So let me state up front, I am a little biased, even though actual fandom I think goes a little too far, and some quote left-wing critics of Eric July have been unfair to him, politically as well as culturally. I have to say, even for Eric July, this is a very new low. So what is occurring? Well, I'll let Nerdette explain the basic particulars, and I disagree with Nerdette on many things, but we've had fairly good interactions, but on this one, I can't disagree. She basically got it completely right.
Goalposts, are you listening? I know you are. This is the lowest he could have gone. Aside from Dane, this is the lowest he could have gone. He broke the one cardinal sin of content creation, and that is silencing your critics. Silencing your critics through means of extorting the copyright system.
So for those somewhat confused, Eric July put out Isom, his self-published comic book, which basically rips off Superman and the X-Men. And we're going to get into that, because this is all kinds of insanity. So Eric July is a very strong right-wing guy. Okay, that's fine. But here's the problem. He did a video a few years ago attacking Naughty Dog, the people who put out The Last of Us. And in that case, when his right-wing friends were, quote, being attacked by Naughty Dog over copyright, he said Neil Druckmann and others were abusing the copyright system. Now, we don't know for sure Neil was behind all this, but it's plausible. And now he's doing the same thing, but he's denying it. He's saying, no, they pirating my Isom. They showing the whole book. Well, what they think they doing? I'm Eric July. I'm a beautiful black man. But I'm also a capitalist and, yes, a conservative. That's the problem here, right? I'm Eric July. I'm a star. Okay, first of all, if you look carefully at the history of this, that's not true. If you look at Lord of the Rings, or even now Watchmen, or even a lot of manga, piracy does not hurt creators as much as people think. Lord of the Rings is world famous through pirated copies. People think Tolkien suddenly became popular because he's Tolkien. No, sales were fairly low until a pirated version came out that was very cheap, but it was very popular. And that made him world famous. Now, was it good to violate copyright? No, but in the end, he benefited enormously. Now, we can definitely criticize where Lord of the Rings is going, whether it's going, quote, woke, whatever, it has too many black people, it's too commercial, it's gone out of control. But in terms of the origins, it became popular through piracy. Many things you think were, quote, popular through official channels became popular through piracy. So again, knowing the history, piracy does not hurt creators as much as people think. So if he wants to lose lots of potential customers, that's on him. However, I don't like the hypocrisy. He does appear to be applying a double standard, and moreover, it's political. He's just going after political enemies. So he's only being consistent in terms of his libertarianism. Otherwise, he's been exposed as a really fat, ugly, coward, hypocrite, moron, and just instead of just taking criticism and growing from it, he's just getting worse and worse. So I've not read all of Isom, but from the samples I've read, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's not the worst thing, but I'd have to give it a 4 to a 5 out of 10. But I've only seen a sample, so I'll be fair, unlike him. But I gotta say, I don't expect Stan Lee. I don't expect Alan Moore. I certainly don't expect J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm gonna expect Eric July, a very, very weak writer, ripping off much better writers, and then hypocritically turning around and babbling about copyright and originality and creativity. And basically, he's just a right-wing coward and moron and not really progressing the art form of comics by one single inch.